What's up, Overtakers? Here we are, PJR today. We're down here to have a chat to Mick about his HQ.
Yeah, another week of bringing you one-on-one car vids while we're through this lockdown.
Pandemic.
That is starting to have some restrictions lift. But we've got one-on-one vids. What are we checking out today again?
HQ.
Holden. So, everyone knows I'm a sucker for a H-Series, but let's go and have a look at it. Before, there's something I got to do, right?
Yep, hit like, hit subscribe.
The bell?
Yep, hit the bell.
Ring
that
the
way
bell.
You get notified whenever we post a video, which is every Tuesday.
Helps us out. We appreciate the support.
Well, let's go have a chat to Mick.
Mick, we got your HQ sitting here behind us, mate, and I'm really impressed by this. I must admit, everyone knows I'm a sucker for a H-Series, but mate, this is pretty immaculate. How long have you owned it for?
6 years, roughly.
6 years, yeah. And mate, how much of the transformation has taken place while you've had it in that 6 years?
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah, okay. So it's been is it a ground-up build?
Yeah.
It is. So full rotisserie?
No, I refused to do rotisserie on purpose.
Okay.
And all built in my shed by me.
Yep.
With the theory that you don't need a rotisserie. You don't need that much money.
It can be done.
It can be done with desire.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. Now it's a beautiful paint job. The colour. What is that one?
There's no name. It's YM253.
Okay.
That's the code.
It's a bloody nice gold.
With
Can I call it gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll accept that.
YM's yellow metallic.
Okay.
And 253 is just the number. Yellow metallic 253.
Yeah, right.
And I resented
Beautiful.
the number helped pick it. Just again, it's another part of something that matches in with GM.
Yeah.
With a factory colour roof, glazier white. Whole car's factory glazier white.
Now, and then the interior when you get inside. Now, there's some subtle differences in that interior. So, if people haven't already picked it from the pictures, I guess, do you want to talk us through that subtle change?
Yeah, well, I had a two-seat car before this, and then having a family, it was no good. So I really wanted to make sure I could have as many seats as possible. So kept it six-seater.
Yep.
Wanted to keep it. It's a Kingswood. Too many mockers going up for me. There's more GDSs around now than what Holden actually made.
Yep.
So I wanted to keep it the Kingswood theory.
Yes.
Holden, So that was my thing. So I kept it six-seat. Nearly no structural mods to the car besides the flutes, really.
But those 6 seats, that upholstery, it looks like it's the bucket seat upholstery,
yes,
right?
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do. Options that looked like could have been done by Holden.
Yeah.
You got to second guess it at least.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it is a factory option. Like
Yeah.
You would look at it, but then you're like, no, hang on, that's not a bench seat design.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what I was aiming for.
Yeah.
I was so close to putting buckets in it, and it was like, I want 6, but I want buckets, and then I just went, well,
Made it look the way.
try to get the comfort of a bucket With the look of a bucket, but with the versatility of 6 seats.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And column shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have we got under the bonnet?
383.
383. So
Yeah, Chef Stroker.
Yeah, had a little bit of work done there as well.
Yeah, a little bit. Nothing too major. A little bit of compression, a little bit of cam intake.
Yep.
Bit of head work, just the standards really.
And
nice and torque.
Turbo 350.
Turbo 350. And still running 10 bolt.
Yes. Okay.
10 bolt, just tonner axles, bigger wheel studs, just to try and break the bits of brake easier.
Yeah.
To stop the bits of brake easy.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm with
you know what I mean. Sorry.
And now, when you got it, that motor, is that out of something? You know, did you get a 350 and build that, or was it in it, or was it?
No. It's a 6-cylinder auto. So you just stroked small block Chev that I got a hold of with that gearbox. I got it as a package, but I pulled it down and altered it.
Yeah. Okay. And you've done all that in your shed at home as well.
Everything I could. Yeah,
Yes.
like balanced and all the machine work done by the professionals, and then assembled by myself, built by myself,
Okay.
painted by myself.
Now, this gets out and about and cruises with the family in there. So, and that was your aim.
Yes, 100%. So
Yeah.
I wanted something as sort of tough as I could on a budget that my missus could drive and feel like it's still a 202 auto sort of. It cruises like a 6,
Yeah. Okay.
but it goes a lot quicker than a 6.
And is it still okay on fuel when you're cruising?
Unreal on fuel. Like, I'm just calculation, maybe about 14 litres to 100
Yeah. Right.
cruising.
Okay.
I can go
pretty happy with that.
Goldie to Narangba to Lakeside, like laps around Lakeside today, drive home, 100 tank.
Yeah. How good's that?
Yeah, it's unreal. That's with a 750 on.
Now, was it your first Holden, mate, or?
Oh, I couldn't tell you how many, to be honest.
Yeah,
Honestly, no, it'd have to be ones that I loved. I've owned a lot, but ones that your personal ones, I'd have to be number 20-ish, somewhere around there.
So you've had a few nice ones over the years.
Between me and my wife. She's had a heap too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And is this the only one in the stables at home, mate, at the moment?
No.
No? Okay.
No, EH wagon.
Oh,
Yeah, 179 Trimatic.
yeah, okay. That's another
Still
beautiful
mate.
cruiser.
Yeah, awesome little car.
Yeah.
Very original still. Like most of the paint's still, hasn't had paintwork. Most of it's fallen off, but it's just mainly bare metal without sandpaper added.
Right, okay. And is that his and hers? Or?
It's hers.
Yeah, that's hers.
Eve fixes it. She drives it.
Yeah.
Actually, well, I drive it. I drive it more than she does. But
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm guilty of the
Number
same.
plate say it's hers.
Yeah, fair enough. And is that just those two at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the
sort
moment,
of. There's
always.
other
There's
other
always
things.
one. There's always one on the go. I'm looking.
We're going to wait and
I'm
see.
always looking. Yeah,
Yeah.
always looking.
All right. Now, I guess one of the other ones that stand out that you've had over the years, you said you've had 20 great ones that you really love.
My Sandman
Oh,
Ute.
okay, yeah.
HX, square nose Sandman Ute was pride and joy of my whole of anything other than that.
Yeah. Okay. Missed that.
Yeah.
Did you let it go for not enough?
Oh no! It nearly set records at the time.
Oh,
It
okay,
went
so that's
for
all right.
really good money at the
It
time.
wasn't one of those stories that we all have where we shouldn't have sold it.
No. It's done wonders for my life. It helped make the next builds. So use the money wisely, and it makes everything in the future even easier.
No, that's a good story.
Yeah.
All right. What about the first one? The first with the Holden.
HZ panel.
HZ panel van.
My
That's a
first
good place to start.
Yeah.
That was your first car.
Yeah. Aim was I just had my learners. Dad gave it to me. Just needed rust work fixed and a few things done, but just kept playing, and I ended up riding a push bike to work for 3 years because every time I thought I'd get it close, I'd want to change something else. 5-speed, sleeker bike, just keep, put a cam out, then motor out, then.
So was it an 8 or?
No,
6?
202.
202.
202
Pretty
Trimatic
bulletproof.
factory. Yeah, but just every time, I must have lied riding BMXs to work, eh? Young fella, in the end I sold it, I got it so close to reg, I sold it to get my first real one I really love. It was my HJ Premier.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So, now, that was your first car. So,
That's my first registered car.
first registered car.
First loved registered car.
Yeah, okay. Was there any unloved ones in there? Was there
Escort
no
panel van in
embarrassing?
between, like just transportation every now and then.
Nothing too embarrassing, no, hey? We can get you on?
Technically my first car ever. I bought it off a mate that broke down. I took it home, didn't touch it, sold it at the Wreckers. I paid 50 for it and sold it for 90. It was a Mini.
Oh, okay.
76 Mini. But that's realistic. My first real car, but first ever car, but never did anything with it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I got it home because it was there for sale, $50. I'll take it. I couldn't bring myself to work on it. Dad had the panel van in the yard all the time still, and I'm like,
Iron it off.
looking at the Mini, looking at the panel van, I'm like, I don't want to work on that.
Worlds apart, that's for sure.
2 broken CVs, broken gearbox selectors. He couldn't even drive it.
Oh.
So it was just, had to go.
But you made money on it, hey?
I nearly doubled my money. And that's where my passion for cars sort of...
There's my next question. Where does the passion for cars start?
Oh, my dad was a rust proofer in Holland. Then he come to Australia, panel beater rust proofer, or painter rust proofer, just handyman in general with cars. And it just sort of started there, and mates. It's about that.
Yeah.
Always been.
And you just sort of got your mechanical knowledge from that over the time,
mates,
and
just
we didn't
want to wait. We'd have to figure it out. We didn't have the money. We only, earning a couple $100 a week.
Yep.
Just had to figure it out.
Yeah.
Or one of your mates' dads might have done a re-ring one time in the back shed with his mates, and we'll go around and ask him some questions. Oh, you'll be right, and grab a book, and follow the manual, and
it's always been a hobby, a sideline for you. It's not a trade or anything like that.
No, I don't know if I could do it for trade.
Yeah.
I think it might take the enjoyment out.
Yeah.
Maybe. I really enjoy building cars. The car, like at home, you never find me happier than when I'm
tinkering
balls deep in the project. Like right in the guts, it looks like there's too much to do. You're starting to worry, can I get through it? Can I get the parts? Can I get the money? And in all honesty, that is when I'm probably at my element.
Yeah. And look, I'm looking here thinking there's really nothing more you can do here, right? Is there?
There's always something you can. I shouldn't touch it. It should be left as is.
It is gorgeous.
Yes. Possibly a wheel change, possibly.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about bigger store converter.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to make it a little more fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't get as driven as much now that I put it on Club Rego, so
yeah.
Doesn't need to be as practical for the wife.
That's
and
good.
she's got her EH if she needs it, so
there you go.
Didn't have that when I built this. So.
Yeah. Mate, look, I think it's good. And do you think it'll be something you would hang on to right through and pass down to the kids later, or you don't think it'll last that long and there'll be another project?
If I had space, I probably wouldn't have sold many of the cars.
Yeah.
It's space. So
yeah.
I can never say never to anything.
Yeah.
Ideally, you keep it forever.
Yep.
Ideally, kids want it. My oldest wants it.
Yeah.
The old original 202 Auto is still around. My friend's got it. I still got the original diff, cross members, exhaust. So I have thought about giving it to her back as a 6-cylinder when she's old enough.
Yeah.
Thought about it, but
you just don't know what'll happen between now and then.
Look, I didn't want to sell my Sandman until the right person kept nagging me for the right price, and it's a shame that that's the case. But
yeah,
it can help change a decision. A decision only has to be around for a couple of seconds, and the deal's done.
Yeah, that's true. Right. How long ago did you get rid of the Sandman?
2011.
2011, yeah. So it's a little while now. So it's well and truly gone.
Bought it before children.
Yeah.
Built it, finished it during 2 children. So we couldn't use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
2-seater.
Yeah.
Just couldn't use it. And that was the majority of the reason behind it.
Okay. Now, there's a massive passion for Holden.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Why Holden for you?
Because I had 2 Ford mates, I suppose, and a Chrysler friend.
So you had to be different.
I think that's where it started.
You needed the banter.
You have to. If it wasn't for the banter, I don't think we would have continued. I 2 friends lived with me and my dad growing up, both Ford guys, and one of their dads was a Chrysler man who drove a Holden.
Yep.
But it gave us I don't know, 5 hours sleep every night, and you still woke up keen just to give each other shit. And it's what got you back in the shed, and we worked together, always. If his car needed fixing today to get to work, we'd be there like all night. It's just, it didn't matter whose it was or what it was, you done it together.
That's good, and you got to, definitely. It's more fun if you've got the banter and take the piss out of each other while you're doing it. And,
of course.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Of course, yeah. It wouldn't be broken if it was a Holden, and then you're fixing yours the next day.
That's right.
It's what you do.
Mate, well, it's perfect. I think the next step for us is probably to get out and go for a cruise.
Yeah, cool.
You have to take me for a run, so I can, just hop in someone else's car and go for a run. That's what I do.
Yeah, why not?
So take us for a drive.
It feels expensive these days.
Yeah,
drive someone else's. Yeah, cool.
Thanks, Mick. Let's go.
All right. Exactly what I wanted, as quiet as I possibly could without over announcement.
overtakinglane.com.au. That's where you want to go. Jump on there, grab some merch, check out the Binder car care products, anything else that we bring into range over the next coming weeks. And what else you got to do?
You got to like, subscribe,
All those things. Hit that bell.
jump on Facebook, Discord, all the above.
What cars do you want to see? Tell us what you want to see in the next couple of weeks. We hope you enjoyed another Holden. I know I did. But let us know. Is there something else we've got to get out there and shoot? And or if you got something that we should come along and have a look at. So let us know. We are based in Queensland. We can travel 50 k's at the moment from the Gold Coast. Hopefully that restriction's off in the next couple of weeks. But let us know what you want to see in the coming up videos. Mm-hmm. What else you got?
Well, how good was the story? We didn't even talk about the story.
It was a great story.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think, and that's what it's all about, is checking out the actual story behind the build as well, isn't it? You know, and we're hoping you're enjoying that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's pretty much it.
Maybe we need to do a build. I wonder what we could do.
No, I don't know.
We needed something,
What
maybe.
would we build?
I don't know. Something cheap.
Something white.
Something wrong wheel. I don't know. We'll think of it. Let's think about something.
Yeah.
Anyway, catch us in the next one.
And stick in the lane on the right.
See you guys.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Take my hand, and we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
G'day, Overtakers. How we going?
Hello! What's up, all you cool cats and kittens? Is that it? Here we are, another week, and I was completely not ready. I was like, 15 seconds. I'm like, oh, okay. We'll put some slides up, get ready. We have the display. It is up. It is ready. We have a few people here, I believe. There's a few people chatting away. I've already said hello in chat, and we better give them all a shout out.
Yeah,
It's our early arrivers.
Let's give it a go. We'll do a quick shout out first to Mad Kiwi for dropping us $20 before
the show even comes on.
Wahoo, booze is made, good enough to run your Ford on. Holden's would go boom.
Yeah, so he sent me some pickies before, actually, of some of his home still.
We've got Paulie was first, yeah was second. Yeah says Dave and Tyler, have you seen Johnny Skidpig's latest video? No,
Actually, I haven't. No. Hey?
I think I know what video he's talking about.
I know the video. Okay, yeah, so I haven't actually seen it. I know it was going to happen, and Tyler said it's happened.
Yeah.
So he gave us some pre-warning. We are working out how that will go. That would be the one where we have to have a shot of sugar and an egg.
And a shot of alcohol.
Yeah.
And a skull of beer, I think.
Yeah. All right, that'll be interesting. Tyler doesn't normally drink much, and
I don't eat eggs.
And he doesn't eat eggs. He's vegan, so we'll see how that goes. You need a substitution.
We've got Gleno, James Bayless, Benson Hedges, Mad Kiwi, of course, Mitchell R, Adam Geary, Shane Fitzgerald, Gary Sparkplug, Mr. Mad Cow. How we going?
G'day.
Keep scrolling down. Lynn, Cameron Excel.
Hey. Super nice Kinger. He enjoyed the Kinger vid, mixed Kinger. It was very nice.
I love the colour.
Was it? Why?
Scrolling down.
Something 25. I forget the name of the colour.
Beck, g'day.
Hello, Beck.
Jay-Z Life, Liam.
G'day.
Everyone. Keep scrolling down. Trevor Smith, Paige,
Trevor. You got them all yet?
Scrolling down, I got to.
There's a lot
I don't want to scroll too fast in case I miss one. Mal, Mad Dad, Hodges, Hot Wheels, and Diecast. Get over there and check him out. He makes some mad little
very early
cars.
In the morning for our mate George.
Makes some mad little cars. Made a PV back not too long ago. So
yeah, I think we showed that too. on one of ours.
If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's awesome. Matty Crick, g'day. Marv, g'day. And Alan Trudgeon, greetings from sunny Perth. There you go.
Get Jason Bales.
I didn't. Jason Bales, g'day. And
And
I think the Hoff's here. I'm on top chat. There we go. That's probably why. I may have missed you. If I did miss you, sorry. Drop a line in chat and I'll see your message.
Oh, yep, the Hoff's there. What's up, bitches, he says. Hey, mate. I hope you're having a drink. I know you will be. All right, another week gone by. Rodney. G'day, Rodney. Just popped up.
Hey, Rodney.
Check out Rodney Anderson Photography. He's been taking some behind-the-scenes photos as we're out doing the thing on the cars.
Mm-hmm. Matty Crick, $2.
Cheers, Matty.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Yeah, so what are we on about? Oh, yeah, Rodney Anderson Photography. Go check Rodney Anderson Photography out on Insta, Facebook. You might see a couple of pictures of us behind the scenes. And, yeah, the Kingo was great. That was excellent, catching up with Mick. And another interesting car to shoot on the weekend as well. So we've got a fair few news stories tonight as well. We've brought back viewers' rides tonight.
We have.
Sub of the week, or what do we call it? I don't know. There's a whole channel for it in Discord. If you get in there, drop a pic of your car.
Subs car of the week.
Yep, we've got the news stories. We've got another segment called Fast News as well. We'll go through a few quicker news stories in there. And then we've got, last week we mentioned what car should Dave buy. And we got quite a few entries on that one. So we will show a few of our faves out of that. I don't know, faves is the word, but we'll show a few of those tonight on the show. So
the ones that you've been really considering in it's your shortlisted, right?
I don't know if that's my short list. I'm not sure about that. But also the what else we got? Quiz. We got the quiz. How could we forget the quiz?
I don't know. We do a quiz on this show.
Yeah,
I
apparently.
don't know about that.
Apparently, there's Mallory Holly as well. Mal, joining in.
Rodney's got a surprise for us on Saturday. Saturday morning. There you go.
Okay, sweet. Maybe it's blue. No. Don't know. Go check out Mallory as well, Mallory Holly Studios. She's got some cool videos, a bit of everything, a bit of blog life, and a lot about cars as well. So she loves her cars. So I think you'll enjoy that channel as well. So
Mal's got a good suggestion. He says, put the suggested cars on the wheel to pick Dave's car.
Oh, that could be scary. There was some funny ones on there. So anyway, we'll jump into the stories, do we? Is that where we're at?
No, we're at the shout out to our supporter, Superformance.
Oh, yep. I'm going to fix up my slides. There you go. Keep the pictures rolling. Hang on. An unusual drink this week, something different. I thought we'd step it up and get a bit tropical. There you go. Superformance. Tell us about Superformance.
Well, I've been in the business for 40 years. You can get imported parts from America, hard to find parts from them. 9-inch diffs. They can build complete independent front end suspension.
And I saw this week been out cruising about in the T bucket.
There you go.
So yeah, check those guys out. And
87 Cam's in the chat. Evening, lads. Cam from up the hill in Toowoomba. Welcome.
Oh yeah, g'day mate. Good to see you.
Chat at Willowbank.
Correct. Yep. So we're going to go give him a visit. We've got a lot of people to visit up in Toowoomba actually.
We do.
And stay over.
Pistol 85, a little late, but made it. Howdy guys, welcome.
Late. Pretty good. It is episode 47. Have we got it right?
Yes.
Yep.
You made me think that from it.
So there you go. Episode 47.
And Trevor says Dave needs a Nissan Cube. He wants one.
Sally will have something to say about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I would get a cube.
Choice words in the chat there from Mum.
Already?
Yeah. Malice's bagged LS1 Cube.
I send her pictures of Nissan Cubes all the time. She hates it.
Just subscribe to the Nissan Cube facts.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Binder, of course.
check that stuff out if you haven't already. Give it a go. Best products on our website, other than our merch, isn't it?
It is.
So, but it is very good for your cars.
Binder.
It is very good. Good car products we do recommend, and hence we are stockists for Binder.
Rodney says keen for a Toowoomba road trip. He's keen.
Sweet. The HJ's running pretty well, so we could always take it for a run up there.
Paulie says cubes suck. Get a Daihatsu Wake.
Wake. Okay.
Check
that
Look
out.
it up for you.
You can drop that in.
There you go.
Well, it's the same shape, isn't it? It's just even more ugly. Classic. We'll see a few when we get to Dave's cars.
You should just get a Liberty Walk high ace. I reckon.
I actually like the look of the Liberty Walk high ace. That thing was cool. But we're jumping ahead. That's not the segment. We've got some news. Let's talk the first news story. You know what it's about?
No.
I knew you wouldn't know what it's about because you haven't read any of the news stories, have you?
CarCon.
Oh, CarCon. He's on it. Okay. So, bit of a scam going around at the moment. There's a few people being had down in Melbourne, and it is exactly that. It's a bit of a CarCon, and it's in regards to cars for sale listed online, and I believe the story was along the lines of they claim to be from the police or working there as a police agent and been police officer and been stationed somewhere else. They've got to move. They've got to get rid of their car quickly, and the government's going to pay for them to transport that car anywhere for free if you buy it off them. Is that? I think that's about the story. You got that? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the scam involves cars listed on well-known car sales websites for a bargain price. And as you were saying, when the interested buyer contacts the seller, they claim to be a member of the armed forces based in Tasmania and say they are about to be moved offshore, so need to sell the vehicle quickly. The seller then claims the armed forces will transport the vehicle anywhere around Australia free of charge. And police believe the funds paid for the non-existent vehicles have ended up in a bank account in Romania or Poland.
There you go. So watch out for those too good to be true deals, because they generally are too good to be true. There has already been a few victims, and in Knox, Casey, Keilor Downs, Gippsland, Maryborough, so far have all been identified, but they believe there's been a lot more that have been tricked into the scam that they're not aware of. It's not restricted to Victoria. All those ones identified have been in Victoria at the moment. They say it is not restricted to Victoria, and there's definitely been other people had. And best thing to do is just warn anyone looking to buy a car. If you hear them buying something that sounds too good to be true out of Tasmania, tell them it probably is too good to be true.
Yep.
So,
G'day, Johnny Skid Pigs in the chat. No more racing. G'day.
There you go. That could have only been our fast news story, because we got through that one pretty quick. Hey? What do you reckon?
Yeah.
No, it's not, because we got a whole section.
We do.
It needed its own picture, because I like that one. Any comments, mate? Have you got anything else?
No.
No, I'll move.
Yeah, Gleno said oxygen thieving scumbags. That was Gleno.
That's about right.
Gleno's comment.
All right.
No, we're talking about a Mr. Beast video next, and talking about when he opened up a free car dealership.
No.
Is that right?
No.
Have you actually seen the video?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually have.
There you go. Free car dealership where they actually started paying people to take the cars in the end.
I have seen it. No, yeah.
Someone got paid $1,000 or something to take a car.
No, next story is close.
They were all skeptical that was a scam.
Mate, yeah, true. They were. But it's close. The next story, it is a story out of the US, I believe, this one. But it is about the fact of how low car sales have been sitting in recent weeks.
It's been down for a long time, not just
so
weeks.
Some countries have sold 0 cars in the last month, and that's an issue across the world. So there's a lot of car companies that are really struggling at the moment because of it. And now they're, it's all about how they can actually start to drive the sales. And maybe not quite giving away free cars, but we've seen in previous weeks there's been an increase in fixed cost servicing, like in the term, not an increase in the cost, an increase, like offering 10 years of fixed price servicing on new cars. All these different deals, longer warranties, whatever they can do to try and boost car sales at the moment. And they're saying now in the States, in certain areas, some dealers are promoting 0% loans for up to 7 years.
Wow.
So interest-free loans for up to 7 years.
It's crazy.
So, I think that'd be pretty cool if that came to Australia as well.
Well, when I got offered this is back when I was, trying to buy an Evo. I got offered my first loan in this place, then 17% interest.
17% interest on an Evo.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been a bad call.
Oh, I said no.
I know, I'm glad you did. That would have been a real bad call. But, yeah, that's no interest loans, they're saying at the moment, accounted for 26% of new car sales in the US. So, Dinner, you got a comment there to share? You're laughing?
Well, Scott, the Hoff says vodka sunrise sucks to be you in the morning.
No, it's already breakfast. Orange juice.
And James Bayless says, and yet back in March, Holden has its best month in a long time. And Paulie says Holden only have to sell one car to have a good month.
Well, I saw, not Holden, but Commodore, there is only 26 Commodores left available.
There you go.
There's only 26 new Commodores left in the country to sell.
Well, apparently on this article, Nina Ehrlich-Williams of Corvallis Ore has been thinking of buying a new car for a while. Her family's 2007 Honda Pilot is both a gas guzzler and a bit of a money pit, she says. Do
you think an 07 Honda Pilot's a gas guzzler? Hey? Really? I think she's exaggerating.
Maybe.
Bit of an SUV thing, isn't it?
It's probably a petrol.
Like a CRV or something. Anyway.
Paulie knows a lot about cars. He might know a bit about that.
What else did she say?
And she said she'd like to get a plug-in hybrid for environmental reasons and has been saving up for a down payment. But with the coronavirus crisis, she and her husband feel that it's wiser to hang on to that cash for now. There you go. That's it. And didn't end up as interesting as I thought it was when I first skimmed it.
But it's about the huge promotions and stuff.
Roy says 26% Opel Insignias. 26 Opel Insignias, not 26%. I read another comment that said percent. No.
Yeah, well, look, let's hope that they get to Australia dropping the interest rates down to that, because pretty damn good deal.
And Paulie says that's 26 too many Opels. Skid Pig says, did they ship half of them back?
Apparently someone's buying them. There's some good deals there. If you get 0% interest as well. You'll be laughing.
And Yahtzee says, hey fellas, wasn't totally watching the new video. Shout out to Mick though, really wholesome about it. Made me think about what got me into cars.
Yeah,
there you go.
Really nice guy. Really enjoyed catching up with Mick throughout the day. We were hanging out for a bit before the video as well. So
it's all about mates for him.
Yeah, and it was just awesome. I really enjoyed it. Any other comments on the video? No.
And Roy says
on the story.
On that story, Roy says go to a Holden dealer and offer them $1,000. You'll probably get one.
Maybe. But yeah, no, I thought that was just cool. Just hear that how much it had dropped and how far they were going to push it. So it'll be interesting to see if that continues. What have we got next?
Car-shaped waffle makers.
No, it's not.
Is that right?
Next. No. No, we got fast news. Quick news.
That's what it says. Car-shaped waffle maker.
Quick news. I'll put quick news in. What do you got? Quick news. You've got a car-shaped waffle maker.
No, I don't.
No?
This isn't very well ordered with what you've got. All right.
No, I didn't even put that story in. But you tell us about this car-shaped waffle, mate. You've enticed us now.
All right, let me Control F the page.
What do you got? No, just tell us about it. What do you
It's
got?
a car-shaped waffle maker. If you've got young kids to entertain, you need to up your breakfast game, looking for a last-minute Mother's Day gift for your car-obsessed mum, well, we've got you covered. Enter stage left, the car-shaped waffle maker you never knew you needed. As discovered by the Awesomer, this clever contraption turns out golden nuggets in the form of cars, trucks, or vans. All you need is maple syrup. You can buy it on Amazon for $42.95, a small price to pay for at least 20 minutes of solid entertainment.
If you want to buy a car-shaped waffle maker on Amazon, go to our video description, go down to the links, click on the Amazon links and buy it through there, and we will get 4 cents of your purchase. So, on our Amazon links. All right, what else we got in quick news?
Well, we've got Elon Musk has named his baby.
Mm-hmm.
And
Everyone would have heard this one, I'm sure, already.
and it's A&E, A12, is it right?
No. We don't know how
Shane Fitzgerald says, "Get your drink on. Have one for me. Run out of drinks. $10."
we'll have to. I've only got another one here. But, tell you what, I reckon we can get a vodka sunrise into Tyler tonight. Hey? What was in that one? Just Coke?
Yeah.
No.
Dream. So first of all, his partner's the one that mostly came up with the name, and Musk insists it's the real deal, and it's pronounced X-A12.
X-12. I believe. Something like that. X-12.
I mean, it's just X, the letter X, and then the AE is pronounced Ash, and then A12 is my contribution.
That's your contribution.
Yeah, I contributed it.
How well do you know Elon?
Oh, we go way back.
The AE is some elven thing or something from her. I believe his wife.
Interesting.
A lot of people are a bit concerned, I guess, about the child.
And the A12 stands for Archangel 12, the precursor to SR-71, the coolest plane ever.
That's a plane, I believe. So there has been a few people said, how feel sorry for the baby, X-12. But should we really be feeling sorry? I think they're going to have a pretty good life, no matter what their name is. Although they're probably going to have a lot of problems inputting it into internet forms. Put your first name in and can't use those special characters. But yeah, you've got
people like these.
Your father's a billionaire engineer, electric car entrepreneur, and the mother's a chart-topping pop culture icon who also studied neuroscience at the prestigious McGill neuroscience at the prestigious McGill University. Have another vodka sunrise day. I think that baby will be fine.
They'll probably just change the name when they get older, right?
Yeah. Well, no issues there. Anyway, we've got to keep going because this is fast news, not keep
Come on, Dave,
talking about
change
it.
the slide. Come on.
Oh yeah, I got to do something. Yeah, fast news. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of X-A12 and talk about Lamborghinis.
All right.
What do you got on Lamborghinis?
I don't know where.
A 5-year-old boy stole. It's the next tab. 5-year-old boy stole their parents' car to buy a Lamborghini. So that was on the news this week. That child actually got given a free ride in a Lamborghini after an owner was impressed by his determination. So the 5-year-old boy stole his parents' car, actually tried to drive from Utah to California, buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah, with just $3 in his pocket.
Even though his feet could barely touch the pedals, his wish actually ended up coming true. Not to own it, but to at least go for a drive in it. It got global media attention. The story went around the world, obviously. And, the reason he did it was because his mum said that she wouldn't take him to go buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
So he decided to drive the car himself.
And he was also only stopped for weaving on the highway.
It's pretty funny. So, always wanted to go to California to buy a Lambo, and just decided he would do it. So there you go. There's another fast story. Moving on to the next one.
Shane says vodka sunrise for Tyler. $10.
He actually has got one here for him. Look out.
There you
Quick news story.
go. Yahtzee says might go steal a cop car. Always wanted to ride in the back of those.
You'll probably get one. I reckon your wish will come true too.
And Yahtzee says can't wait for my first bub RB25 DET 2498cc.
All right, so quite a successful show. Another fast news story. Quite a successful show in the States is comedians in cars getting coffee. Right, so Jerry Seinfeld is
He's cancelled Cars and Coffee. That's it.
that's
After
the story.
84 episodes, 11 seasons, it's all done.
Yep.
Fast news. Next story.
Well, this is an opportunity. Maybe we should that could be a next segment.
Cars and Coffee.
Well, it's comedians in cars getting coffee. Do we know any comedians? No. All right. Well, that screws that
We can
idea.
just do an episode.
We know
each
people
week of
with
us.
cars, and I know people with coffee.
We can just go to different coffee places every week, and
Yeah,
it'll just be us.
coffee.
That's it. The episode.
Just us, because we don't know any comedians.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work. There you go. So he's had enough of that show. It was actually quite successful. So 11 seasons, 84 episodes, and now called quits. So there you go. Do we have any-
Carnups no show.
Yeah, where is he? Where is he, mate? You're drinking alone tonight, mate. Hey? How slack
He's
is
playing
that?
video games according to Discord.
Oh, message him on Discord, guys. Slack. Next story.
Yahtzee says, anyone else see Tyler and Dave's Integra in the new vid? No.
Oh,
Didn't
what?
see an Integra.
Where was that? What was that? I don't remember. Was it in there?
And Yahtzee says, can't be the only one to spot a wrong-wheel drive machine.
I think we hinted towards it enough. And if you look very closely, there is actually a full shot of it. Yeah.
Yeah. For one frame.
You pause that at the right second to find it. Hint is it's near the end.
Yeah.
Anyway, quick news.
Mhm.
There you go.
This Porsche 911 is dressed up as Herbie the Lovebug. French former race car driver and vehicle tuner Pascal Whitmer. Is Whitmer or Whitmer? I don't know. Maybe Whitmer? Whitmer? Is he French? Maybe? I don't know.
Whitmer.
Oh, he is French. Says French. There you go. Whitmer.
La Whitmer.
That's Pascal Whitmer. He's known for his fantastical car creations, including a Peugeot 806 MPV minivan that raced at the 1995 24 Hours of Spa. One of his more recent works, however, was a particularly quirky custom Porsche 911 that caught the eye of car enthusiast site Petrolicious. The unique project in 2018 saw Whitmer turn a Manthe Racing Porsche 911 GT Cup MR into a tribute to Herbie the Lovebug to celebrate a half-century since the original film was first released.
There you go. So there's quick news. We got. We can't quite end quick news yet because I think the next segment is viewers' rights, and we forgot to
Oh, is Johnny ready?
line Johnny up.
Hopefully he's here. If you're good to go, Johnny, we'll jump in the chat and jump in the waiting room, and then we can have a chat about your car.
We're waiting on you, Johnny. So when you're ready, I forgot to mention that earlier. We were meant to do that at the start of those stories, and got carried away. So got another quick news story then to fill it in. Hey, what else you got? Come on.
I'm just reading the comments. Yahtzee says, look forward to it. Always wanted a good video on VTEC.
It's non-VTEC.
I wasn't going to say that. I was
Box.
just going to sit here and nod.
We couldn't afford VTEC.
Johnny's on the Discord. There we go. He's come online. Just got to wait for him to join in the chat. Once he's in the waiting room, I'll drag him in to the call in. I'm going to adjust the volumes so everyone can hear.
And you got any other comments? You want me to check the comments?
Fex Death, how you going?
Hey,
G'day,
Fex.
g'day. We're going good tonight. Scott Sherrington, g'day. Welcome. Crazy VN, evening Carnuts. Sorry I'm late. Was having an old man nap. No worries. Thanks for coming on.
No Johnny yet? Still waiting?
He's online on Discord. I've just got to wait for him to join in the waiting room.
Go for the waiting
Grant.
room channel, mate.
G'day, Grant. How you going? Go the VTEC.
Yeah, it didn't quite fit the budget.
No, not quite.
So
No, he's in. I can't see you in the chat. In the waiting room.
drag him in.
He's not in there yet. I can't drag him anywhere. If he's not in the chat, I can't drag him in.
So yeah, go into the Discord channel, Johnny, and then go to waiting room in voice channels.
And hit connect. Mark Thomas, g'day.
G'day, Mark. Yeah, so there's a bit of news there. There's some quick news that just mentioned by Liam that there is some events coming up at QR.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think, what was it, July? Is Morning Mayhem's looking
July
to
or June?
I think July 10 is the change, and Morning Mayhem is looking to go ahead not too long after that.
Pretty much one of the first, if not, yeah, one of, if not
the.
the.
Out for that one.
Hey?
So I can go on the track.
Yeah, so check out High Octane Motorsport Photography. Get on their website, get on their Facebook, and you'll find the event. There's only 95 people able to go, and no passengers. There's 100 people limit at the track. So it'll be 95 drivers. If you want to take someone else, then I guess you've got to get them to sign up as a driver.
There you go. Let's give Johnny a call. There you go. Start a voice call.
That could work.
G'day.
Here he
Johnny.
is. Hey, mate, how are you?
Not too bad yourselves.
Mate, very, very good. Not too bad. It's nearly the end of the week. We're coming down to the sharp end of the week. We've got a picture of the HQ up on the screen. I don't know if you can see that, mate. But we
I'm sitting in the car, so
no, you're right, mate. We got a couple of your pics. We got you up there doing a burnout. I believe that would have been at Pitsworth Sprints.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Is that the one that's cocked sideways?
That's the one.
Yep.
Quite a good photo, that actually, mate.
Yeah. Trying to think who it was. Sam Collins, I think. Samantha Collins that took that photo.
There you go.
She's a young photographer and that around this area, so she's done quite a few, so she does a good job.
Mate, very good shot. Got you at a good moment there. Now, I guess looking at that picture, one would think that that's a pretty tough looking burnout car, but there's no big V8 engine sitting under that bonnet there, is there?
At least not yet.
Not yet?
No, not yet. No, she's just a little 186. Little red motor.
But you're still able to smoke it? Get it going pretty well, mate?
Yeah, well, at that time there, I was struggling with it. The distributor, I don't know, someone stopped around with it or something like that, and it was 5 degrees retard instead of advance. It was like the wrong way.
Right.
And yeah, so that was struggling first gear, but I can hold it in second. So that's with the M21 full speed.
Okay, mate.
And the diff is just a little WB tonner diff. That's welded.
Right. But it works. Now.
Yeah, it does the job. So.
How long have you had the Kiwi for?
I'd say I've been getting on to about 10 years now.
Okay, so, mate, when it started, it's like, has it always been a sprint car for that purpose, or burnout car, or did you get this and have it as your daily, or when did life start?
Well, I picked it up from an old fella that used to own a wrecking yard over near in Anzac Avenue.
Toowoomba, yeah.
And in Toowoomba here, and it had a 173 in a factory original motor, which I still got. And well, I wanted to do sprints and all that. So what got me going started with obviously the Pittsburgh Sprint when I first watched it back in 2010 and 2011 there.
Yep.
And I got interested with the Millmerran dirt track sprints as well, and my first time racing was at Millmerran in 2012.
Okay.
There you go.
Mate, it's obviously done pretty well in that time, and we've got quite a few comments there. 186 for the win, good old 186. A few people saying it's tough, mate. It looks good. Trev says 4.44 gears. What do you know what diff gears you got?
355.
355. There you go. So, mate, and let's go back before the HQ. Obviously, you've been into cars for some time, mate. And, mate, where did it all start for you?
Well, it all started actually with my parents and that. My stepdad and my mum at the time. We've had all sorts of cars. Like I remember growing up, we did have a HQ Premier, then a HZ at one stage, both 6 cylinders, and then we upgraded to a WB Statesman DeVille.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they split up, for a while there, Mum just had went through a few different little 4-cylinder cars and that, and then eventually at one stage she had a VN Commodore wagon, Bellina, with a injected 5-litre, straight out 355, 5-speed manual.
Oh,
Yeah, it had all the works on it.
that's not bad. And the wags.
Yeah. Oh, this thing was tough, eh? Like my first time driving it, right? I had to go and get parts for my first car, which was a HX Holden Ute. Ironically, it's the same 186 that's in the HQ now. So that's where the motor came out of. And yeah, I took it for a strap down the road, like cruised off easily, and I thought, hang on a sec, first time driving a V8, right? I want to see what this thing does. So I'm 4th gear, just short shifted down a second. Next thing, she's sideways to the right-hand side, hit 3rd, sideways to the left, 4th gear, sideways to the right again. I had to stop all of a sudden because there's a 90-degree corner right in front of me, and I had to go over a bridge, over the train line bridge to get her in the corner. Oh, my God. So get down 3rd, 2nd, sideways, up over the bridge.
Nelly in a lot of trouble,
that was my
mate.
first time driving a V8.
Right, that is cool. So then, yeah, your plan is not to keep the 186 in this.
Oh, yeah, eventually, yeah. Because I do have an injected 5-litre myself.
You got one sitting there ready to go, right? Well,
yeah, I've just got the engine. Mm-hmm. I just need a gearbox for it.
Yep. And then you'll drop that in there. Now, will it just be, you're going to run the sprint track, or is it just to do the burnouts?
I'll still try and do both when I can.
Yep.
Like I always do Pitsworth sprints no matter what, as much as I can.
Yep.
Because that's like my home track, pretty much.
Now, Pitsworth Sprint's been around for a... Sorry, mate?
Oh, I just burdened from me rum.
You're having one with us. That's good, mate. Pitsworth Sprint's been around for a lot of years now. I remember going to Pitsworth Sprints. Oh, Tyler would have just been a baby back in the day. We'd go out to the sprints. I remember going out there and sitting on the side of the track. You used to be able to park up on the side of the track on the railway track side, I think it was.
Yes.
And park up there.
You still can in a way.
Yeah, well, we used to always get there early, park right at the start line, get a spot there. And a lot of years since I've been out there, but September, I believe, is when it's on, isn't it?
Yeah, usually around the Father's Day weekend.
Yep. So, and all going well, hopefully it still goes ahead this year.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, after all this stuff going on.
Mate, now, what's the plans? You're going to put the V8 in. Anything else? Is there any big dreams?
Yeah, well, I would like to go supercharged as well, or even twin turbos or something like that, but that's like later on down the track. In the meantime, just for shits and giggles, I do have a T3, T4 turbo sitting around here in pieces. If I can get that cobbled together, like new bearings and stuff, because I've won myself a season pass Summonats ticket. So fingers crossed, if I can get that turbo on the 186, just for a bit of fun, take it down there just for the cruise,
Yeah.
and maybe even do Skid Row.
Yeah, right. Now, I don't think you were the only one. A couple of people won these tickets, right?
I think Shane,
Yeah.
as well, Shane Fitzgerald.
Now, that was on their YouTube channel
Yeah, the Summonats channel, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. No, I did see some comments on there that you guys won. Well done. So that'd be very cool to get that together for that, mate. And well, you always got
definitely.
you always got the V8 sitting back there, so you can push it pretty hard. As long as you got a trailer to bring it home on, you'll be right.
Yeah, and I do have a 202 sitting here as well.
There you go, mate. You keep it running for easy as, mate. Now, you've also got the YouTube channel.
Yes.
What's happening there, mate? How's the videos going?
Oh, I've been filming and that part's all right. It's just the editing and trying to get it up on the web. I've been flat out with work. It's not funny, eh? Like,
oh, that's good.
Because I work at more trailers there, and up in the store, I'm constantly like having to make kits up for the other guys, making sure the parts are in for the trailers and all that sort of stuff. And I've been that flat out, just haven't had the time.
Mate,
The only time I get to have it, like, always try and be there for you guys as well, like every Thursday night.
You always here watching, mate. It's a good thing to be busy though. That is definitely what we want. Is there any comments or questions in the comments for Johnny? Have you got anything there, Tyler?
No questions, but yes, says stroke that 5 litre Johnny. I had a 355 in my old VS SS, my first real love.
Yeah, that's what the missus says about my HQ. It's my first love.
You think you'll ever let it go, mate? Or is that...
No, I definitely never let it go. If anything, it'll get passed down to my son, Lachlan.
Yep. Good stuff.
And then we'll probably strip it down and do it up together.
Well, shout out to Lockie. I know he watches occasionally the show, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, when it's past his bedtime.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. And
Marv says you're only missing the 253.
No, don't do
the
that.
old phone slapper.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The boat
In
anchor.
saying that, they do rev hard if you build them right, so they're not too bad.
Mate, there is plenty that go okay. That's true, but they've always been one to be put a lot of crap on the old 253, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, mate, well, I know you've got the filming going on. I know you've been building some stuff in the shed. You've got welding tables and all sorts of stuff you've been building, and you have videoed it. So, mate, you'll have to try and get those edits done.
Yeah.
And get it up there.
But I went to try and upload one last night, and I forgot all my passwords.
Been too long, mate. Been way too long.
Yeah, been way too long. Like, I've worked out, like, the last one was just before December, last week of December or something like that. So,
oh, that is a long time, mate. Long time between uploads.
Yeah,
so,
except for today.
Except for today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There may be a video today. Was that on your YouTube or on your Facebook?
Both.
It's on both. Now, now you've set a challenge.
Clock's ticking, boys.
Tell us about the challenge. What are we going to do here?
Well, okay, it's just to raise awareness for Beyond Blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Terry. I'm busy talking. It's my mate Terry Turner. He's another one that I've nominated. So the deal is, right, it's to raise awareness for Beyond Blue and all that.
Yep.
So basically, you got to down a raw egg, then followed by a tablespoon of sugar, raw sugar, then a shot of spirits of your choice, and then beer. But because, like, I get sick from drinking beer, so I just had another can of rum.
Fair enough, mate. What can Tyler substitute the egg for? Because Tyler doesn't eat eggs because he's vegan.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Or can I do the egg and he can do the sugar?
I don't know.
Can we
Sorry,
team?
Tyler, I didn't know.
Can we team up and I'll do the egg and he does the sugar? Does it work like that?
Yeah, you'll have to do 2 eggs. You do 2 eggs, he does 2 sugars.
And then you'll accept it.
Yeah, that'll do.
We'll work it out, mate. We'll work it out.
Live. We've only got 24 hours. So.
We got 24 hours to do it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll sort that out after.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide for you guys, and they could probably do it on the weekend. And then
we'll work it out, mate. We'll get it happening.
Well, put it this way: my little brother, he's actually stuck in South Australia at the moment because he was out. He's a FIFO worker.
Yeah.
He flies in, flies out, and he's stuck in South Australia there working when all this went down.
Right.
So I've nominated him, but being in a dry camp, he can't drink or anything like that. So obviously, I said, obviously, when until he gets home and that he can do it.
Yeah, give him a bit of time. Well, we might.
Yeah, exactly.
We
I mean,
we might have to nominate the Hoff and Ethel.
Yes, that's another thing. That's my plan. Like, get you to nominate Nugget Garage, maybe Skid Factory, maybe Mitre Car Mods. I don't know.
That's classic. All right, we'll work it out. And we'll make it happen. So,
No worries.
mate, thank you. Thanks for coming on and sharing a bit about your ride, mate, with us. We appreciate that. And
No worries.
go get some editing done. Maybe not right now, but over the weekend, and get us a video. We want to see a bit more of the skid pig. Can't wait that long, mate. December. We can't wait.
I know. I know. I've got a few ideas in the works in this bloody crazy brain of mine. So
good stuff, mate. We appreciate it, and we're looking forward to the swap when you get to do that because that'll be some great videos.
Yep, definitely.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on, Johnny, and we'll catch you back in the comments.
No worries. Catches. Thanks,
Johnny.
Good stuff. Thanks, Johnny, and we'll jump back into some stories. Move on through. So, 22 hours. Clock's ticking. So, jump back into the stories. You ready for stories, or you got any comments you want to go through? No. There's your book.
And Chris Young says an Aussie vegan. Are there many? There's 2 in the chat.
Is there? You're not alone? Oh. Anyway, we'll jump back to the stories. How cool is Johnny's skid pig? So we'll back it up with this thing. Look at that. What do you reckon? Who's running out to get one of these? Just wonder it didn't make the list for...
Is it a plane? Is it a car? No, it's Superman.
Wonder it didn't end up...
It's a vehicle built for one. It's the Solo.
It is a Solo, yeah. So you are right. It's not quite a car and not quite a motorcycle.
Mm.
It's just a vehicle built for one.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you like to drive alone, this is the vehicle for you.
It looks like a car in a sense. It's got, like the front bonnet and grille and headlights, and
it's only got 3 wheels.
But yeah, at the back it's just 1 wheel, so it's a bit more like a bike at the back.
It does have a seatbelt, integrated roll bar. But since it has 3 wheels, it's not subject to the sorts of crash testing the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration requires for street legal 4-wheeled vehicles. Technically, it is a motorcycle, though it's fully enclosed. It drives like a car, has a steering wheel, foot pedals. It has only 1 seat. It's accessible with both doors from either side. It also has a trunk and amenities common to a full-sized passenger vehicle, including Bluetooth stereo, air conditioning, and a backup camera.
They say 90% of Americans who commute by car, truck, van, motorcycle all drive alone. 90%. Only 10% have got passengers with them.
Sure.
So takes up a lot less space. All right. Is there anyone in the comments rushing out asking where they could buy one of these?
No, there are. Says James Bayless says rip of the Peel 50 P50. Mal says solo running solo. Effects Death says WTF is that?
It's not the first small three-wheeled car.
Trevor Smith says the Man Crusher. Marv says needs a Barra. Pistol 85 says it's what I call a speed bump in the Dodge. Fex says not even hairdressers would be seen in that. Says a Can-Am Spider with a cab.
There was the Bond Bug back in the day. That was an angular British three-wheeler in pumpkin orange. That went out of production back in 1974.
There you go. Jay-Z Life says the Bombardier Snyder. Gleno says both arms out the window. Who's going to steer it? Be like an Aussie racing car driver when you cross the line.
Both hands out. Yeah, definitely.
Zeke says, does it come with 5 clowns with buckets full of confetti?
It does look a lot like that, like a clown car, doesn't it? It's pretty funny. But I think it's petrol powered, yeah?
I think so. I don't know.
To my knowledge, it's not electric. It is a petrol powered vehicle.
Yeah.
So, but there you go. Or is it? Hang on. Something about electricity. Drive a little green solo with a custom hand license plate. Mrs. Green uses the car to deliver sandwich trays, 4 of which fit in the trunk, and it's small enough for motorcycle parking, and she spends $15 a month on electricity to recharge it. So it is electric.
There you
go. Let's move on. Back to...
Fix says the Bond Bug is awesome.
The Bond Bug, yeah. So they went in
and so did
4 years.
Chris Young says the Bond Bug looked cool though. There you go. There's the Bond Bug.
The Bond Bug was in
Check out how look at them all lined up.
Someone there with a heap of them. Oh yeah. Only available in that colour, pumpkin orange. Anyway, Elon Musk back in the news as he always is. Now
he's inviting his arrest.
Yeah,
as he's defying the local laws and reopens his Californian car factory.
He said, "Come get me." He said, because he wasn't allowed to reopen the factory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was in contradiction of the local COVID-19 laws. Alameda County made it clear that Tesla should not resume manufacturing amid social distancing rules to combat the coronavirus pandemic, but Musk was unapologetic.
He actually went as far as tweeting that Tesla is filing a lawsuit against Alameda County immediately. The unelected and ignorant interim health officer of Alameda is acting contrary to the governor, the president, our constitutional freedoms, and just plain common sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was in his tweet. There you go.
He also later then stated that he would move Tesla operations out of California. He said, frankly, this is the final straw. Tesla will now move its HQ and future programs to Texas/Nevada immediately. If we ever retain Fremont manufacturing activity at all, it will depend on how Tesla is treated in the future. Tesla is the last car maker left in CA.
A little bit of blackmail. So, a few threats. But there you go. I guess if you're Elon Musk, you get away with it, eh?
Yeah.
So, not much in the way of comments around Mr. Musk. So we'll move to the next story.
Mm-hmm. Where Nissan have dumped Datsun.
Yeah, now we did
again.
We did a story mentioning that they're bringing back the
revival.
The revival. We did a revival story, and it was a bit exciting bringing back the Dado, but they now need to save money.
Yep. So they are dumping Datsun again to save $4.3 billion in Australian money.
That's a fair saving.
Mm-hmm. As part of a huge restructuring program to save the struggling car maker, who maybe 5 or 6 years ago, probably a little bit longer, bought Mitsubishi, who was struggling. Bought part of Mitsubishi. And that was all the stuff came out about Mitsubishi and all this sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
Not long after they dumped the Evo.
Right. And then now they also talked about, we had a story about the 400Z. Was it last week before?
Yeah, we did 2 weeks in a row. We talked about 400Z.
Yeah, well, that looks like it's possibly on the chopping block as well.
True.
So there's a lot of things that are not going to happen due to the current pandemic, and they're lots of cuts across the market, of course, and Nissan's no different. So
Yeah, we are.
we'll see what comes of it, but definitely no Datsuns, possibly no 400Z, and we don't know what else yet. But enough to save $4.3 billion.
Yeah. Mark says about the Elon Musk story, says the cops still haven't approached the factory as of now.
Nah, I bet they haven't. So, there you go. So Nissan,
says Dado was still alive.
well, they were bringing it back. Yeah, it was making a revival, but not now. They're also going to axe loss-making model variants.
Such as the Triton. The Titan, sorry, not the Triton.
Not the Triton.
The Titan.
That's wrong. You're back to Mitsubishi.
You can't read.
The Titan pickup. With the single cab and all diesel versions to be culled. All of manufacturing facilities globally, except for China, will also be reviewed as part of the plan. So it's going to be a shitload of cuts. So
Mal says, I love the 240Z shape. So do I. I love one.
I saw one for sale.
Yeah?
In my searches the other day.
Is it expensive?
20 something. Wasn't too bad.
Was it rusted?
No, it was doable.
Or was it a 260 or a 280?
I don't know.
Don't fetch as much.
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. I didn't look at it that hard. I just went,
These are the questions I need answers to.
Was it around 26, 27k, something like that? So it was out of my price range. All right, so we're not quite up to Dave's cars yet, so we'll do another story. So no more Datsun.
Could the drive-in be the future?
But that's what might be the future. Yeah, the drive-in
concerts, festivals, and all sorts of things.
Yeah, so not just drive-in movies, but could this become a thing for music concerts? Can you? Yeah.
Why not? Denmark and Lithuania have turned to drive-ins for a solution to the lockdown measures and social distancing.
Now there's not many drive-ins left in Australia.
No,
and I remember going to the drive-in as a kid.
We've got one at Yatala.
We have one at Yatala, and I've never been. I really need to get out there, and it has opened back up.
It's not a drive-in.
We've been to car shows there, but not to the movies there. Now, I really do want to go to the movies there. I did see that it was opening back up, and I was quite excited about that, but the movies haven't been exactly one that I wanted to go see since it's opened back up. They're good family movies that they've been showing recently. So
the NIR has dropped $5 and says slow tidal movements in those cups, lads.
What should you drink up? I have to make more. I didn't come prepared. That's one more alcoholic drink than Tyler's had for
last 12 months.
Yeah, it's been a year since he's had one. He's not driving tonight. How was it? Good? All right? You got water to wash it down?
Yep. A bit of soda water.
So, I would like to get out to the drive-in. Now, the last time I went to the drive-in to see a movie... No, actually, I don't know when the last time was, but I do remember going there as a kid. So, and my mum's probably in the chat, she'll tell the story. But I did go there as a kid. They thought they would take me to see E.T. as a child. E.T. came out at the movies. It was a big thing, and it was a special evening. Drinks lady is coming round. Yes, please. I'll have one, please. Thank you. You pass that across. No, I'll give another.
No.
So it was very special in the day that a movie like E.T. come out. It was a big hype, and I thought, how wonderful we'll take young David out to see E.T. at the movies. But unfortunately, a preview for The Shining came on beforehand, and oh, here's Johnny coming through, scared the crap out of me, and I hid behind the seats of the car and wouldn't come out and watch the movie because I thought they took me to watch a horror movie. And my mum used to watch a lot of horror movies when I was growing up, and I hated it as a kid. But yeah, so I didn't watch E.T. because I thought it was a scary movie and wouldn't come out and watch it. So there you go.
James Baylor says need 2-lane blacktop, Christine, and running on empty.
Now I watched 2-lane blacktop recently because I was one that hadn't seen 2-lane blacktop, and it's a very hard. Well, I wouldn't say hard story, but it's not much of a story to follow in 2-lane blacktop. I'd much prefer running on empty. I guess I do. I'm a big fan of Aussie movies as well. Christine, yeah, definitely another good car movie.
Yahtzee says, also Dave, not sure if Tyler is interested, but you can fit a 454 in the Bay of the Skyline. Please use this information wisely.
That is interesting. So, but yeah, is it possible that we might end up with the revival of drive-in theatres? Because I grew up in Toowoomba and there was 2 drive-in theatres. There was
Roy says drive-ins were great until you drove out without removing the speaker and lost a window.
Well, these days you just tune in on your radio, don't you? Or download an app.
I've never been.
Download an app. I don't think you put the speaker on the window anymore.
I know that they still have them at Pella.
They do?
And Yahtzee says, so is the drive-in at Yardley? It is.
Yeah. That's the only one I know of in locally.
And Mal says you could take Sally to the drive-in in your new Nissan Cube. And and Nan says was really funny.
There you go. Did I tell the story correctly?
LS Gemini says Running on Empty is the best movie ever made. Mad Dad's dropped us $10 and says half the population would not be here if it wasn't for panel vans and drive-ins.
True that, especially this age group.
Yahtzee says Running on Empty is a classic. Dad sat me down to watch it and covered my eyes on the boobs. Gotta love seeing the Aussie muscle in the cars.
It is, it is definitely a favourite for me.
And Fexdev says they use a radio receiver now on your car radio.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Tune into whatever. There you go. So Blacktown Drive-In will never die. So there's still drive-in at Blacktown. Who else knows where there's drive-in still operating today? So, yeah, Yatla's the only one I know of in the Brisbane area or Gold Coast area. There was 2 in Toowoomba when I was a child, but they did disappear.
Yeah, says they've still got one in Mareeba.
Mareeba, yeah, there you go. There you go. Watching Chris Young's watching Tromo. Class of Newcombe High. So bad it's good. There you go. So, and will be interesting. I think it'd be good to get out to the drive-in and do that. But I think it's going to be quite busy with the drive-in openings. There's still no cinemas open.
Yeah.
Right. But there's not. I don't think there's any movies being released either. Is there? Is there any new movies coming out at the moment?
Pretty much all tandem until it's all back open up.
Yeah. So,
they don't want to affect their box office.
Tivoli near Ipswich, says Beck. There you go.
Jamie says in the 80s he did Yatla drive-in, and also there was a Capalaba twin drive-in. Gained entry in the boot at both times.
There you go.
Yahtzee says Mad Max would have had to be my
favourite Aussie movie.
Been my favourite Aussie movie. When I heard that Supercharger wine and Mel Gibson's staring eye, I knew I liked cars. There you go.
Yeah, I just everyone wanted the Supercharger that you could have a flick on switch for. Not sure how that works, but movie magic.
Yeah, you just flick on the switch that turns the turbine.
Yeah. But no, very cool. So, I think Mel missed the message there. It was something about drive-ins. If you do take your own, because they're not going to open the snack bars or whatever. So,
Jay-Z Life says Mad Max when he pulls the button and the supercharger kicks in.
Yep, that's the bit.
Roy says I used to fit 6 mates in the boot at Old Odin Drive-In Fairlane.
There you go. There you go. So, I think we're going to have to check it out. Maybe there's a good event. But we get a good crowd, I reckon, of us all going up there to that. Except we can't socialise, right? You can't get out of your car. That's the thing at the moment. You can go to the drive-in, but you can't get out of your car. Take a bottle. Anyway, yeah, it could be the day. Concerts in the car would be. Oh, would you go? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I guess
Just a boost into the concert.
How would the sound be though? Like,
yeah,
you're sitting in your car,
RB and kids.
Yeah. Over your RB and kids.
Kids.
Oh, it's kids. What kids you got?
The dog.
Because you don't want to play it through your radio. If you're like, yes, you do that for the drive-in, but not for a concert.
No, you might as well just listen to it on the radio at that point, right?
Yes. So, anyway, what was that? I miss it. Liam saying to watch Frozen 2. I think that's about the sort of movies they're having up at the moment. It's all the family movies at the moment. I understand why they are. A hell of a mosh pit, says Adam Geary. Just running cars into each other. I wonder if you could do that. Just ram the guy in front and go, yeah!
Demolition Derby. That's what you got to rock up in, is a demo derby car.
Demo derby.
Bit like, what was it, Ross Masters, is that one? Is it Ross Masters? I'm trying to think.
What they do? The demo derby?
Yeah, can't think of what it is. Rust Valley.
Rust Valley.
Rust Valley Restorers.
Yeah.
They built the Demolition Derby car. And then they ended up, theirs never actually started. So they rode in old mate's car as a passenger.
I think I remember that episode.
They cement the doors.
Lots
and all
of flat
sorts of
batteries,
things.
says Roy. Yes. Yeah, people leaving it on. That's true. All right. Next story is we can sponsor the foam pit with Binder products. Yeah, we can. Big snow foam.
There's a huge Holden gathering. Is that right? Is that where we're at?
No.
No?
No.
All right, Dave's cars.
Yes. Jumping ahead.
I'm going to leave this to you for him.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go for a wander.
All right. So, Dave, cars for Dave. Now, we talked about the fact that my company car will be no longer with the end of my work and work closing down. So, I lose a company car, and I've had a company car for 17 years. So, that's been pretty bloody useful. But it means that now I've got to buy my own car. Not that I don't have my own car, but they're weekend cars, so not everyday drive. So I need an everyday driver. And I said I was thinking about a van, and then we got some suggestions for cars, and we got the Isetta. That's certainly one that was suggested. I'm not sure I could actually even fit in that, to be honest. I definitely have a lot of trouble. I had enough trouble getting in and out of Anthony's WRX a few videos ago with the full roll cage with side intrusion bars. So even Tyler had trouble getting out. He had to take his shoes off to get out because he couldn't get his feet out with his shoes on. So you could imagine me getting in and out of it. It was quite funny. So Tyler couldn't handle it. Of that one drink, it's rocked him. He's gone. He's passed out on the floor over there. You are correct. He's headbutting boats again like he's done before. Anyway, yeah, there's the first suggestion. Now, I think, was that you, Yartsy, that suggested this one? Might have been, I can't remember who suggested each of these, but we didn't include all of them. And white in a bus that he's driving, white in a boat you're thinking of, Marv. I'm glad that you cleared that up too, Yahtzee, that I look naked without Tyler. Because it just seemed a bit funny there before with the first comment. That's why I didn't read it. That I look a bit naked. I was just like, do I? Damn. Oh. Roy says, get a high ace and be done with it. I think that's probably what I was thinking. Just be good for carting the gear around. But it's not exactly the coolest car, but a useful car. So then we got another suggestion. We'll move to the second car. It was the that's a very old school ex-ambulance. You know, I do remember these as ambulances back in the day. That was a long time ago, but I think that might have been one of Paulie's suggestions. Although I don't see Paulie here tonight, not sure where he is, but I think that was one of his. Yahtzee says, what about an R33 Skyline? I haven't owned one of those. I did think about getting one, but I thought Tyler might be pissed off if I got one as well. So I actually found a nice R34 Yahtzee, and I thought that would really annoy him if I got a R34 after he just saved up and got his R33. By the Mazda 2.
I passed this bloke on the way back, long hair. He had a message for you.
Dazza.
He didn't leave his name. He just gave me that and said he's got a message for you.
Didn't AU brother Daz. Where is Daz? Where's Daz coming back? I thought you could have brought Daz back.
I couldn't find him.
Ah.
You just walked past and then he just disappeared.
Good day, you, bro. Good day, you. Oh, Dazza. So the Ambo. What's that thing? That's a buddy. I don't know. I don't know how I'd look with the beard blowing around in that convertible. What do you reckon? Hey? That was another one, I think, of Paulie's suggestions.
Oh, you loved that thing, I remember.
Everyone thinks you went to throw up
No.
from having a drink. You're good?
Yeah,
You're still
fine.
healthy? Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry, I just read. Not hitting on me. Funny. The Mighty Boy? Yeah, Lesky on wheels. They work well for throwing the ice in the back and throw a few beers in it. That was another suggestion. The Mighty Boy. Again, that's probably another car I'll have trouble fitting in. That may be difficult.
You'll be right.
It may be difficult.
No one struggled getting into Anthony's WX more than I did. I had to take my shoes off.
I know. It was quite funny.
Couldn't get my feet past the cage.
We got the Bedford. That looks like a Bedford. That one?
Mm-hmm.
Bedford truck. That's a possibility. No, that's not too bad. Then the High Ace.
Mm-hmm.
So Mang supercharged V6 High Ace.
There you go.
What do you reckon? Supercharged V6 High Ace. That was like $5,000 for a supercharged V6 High Ace. It's a bit rough inside.
Hmm.
I don't know. Wonder how to go. That's local too. We should just maybe go check that out. See if it's still there.
Yahtzee says might have to sit in the tray. The Mighty Boy cut some holes in the window for the pedals.
Yeah, fit through. Liam says airbag in 1JZ in the High Ace would be very cool. Actually, would be. So, not sure if the supercharged V6 Mang will be cool. Yahtzee says the Mang machine. What else have we got? Last one was the LS.
Beck says Dave, you would fit in a Mighty without a problem.
Really? I got a bit of room in there. We need an LS. This one had an LS.
Mm-hmm.
This was the Mercedes, and Mal sent this thrown through. No surprise. Dad 67.
I thought it was Mal.
No, Dad 67. It was Mal. It was like one of the last ones.
I'm in the wrong.
Go to the right channel. Cars for Dave channel. Oh no.
I thought I was already in there. No, it was Mal. He was Mr. Suck Blow.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Said we have Dad 67. How about we have Dave 87?
Yeah, there you go. So now Marv did send that through. He is up me. I sent it. Sorry, Marv, Mr. Suckblow. The LS, that's actually sold. So that didn't last, Marv. It's gone.
Grant says golf cart with 1300 Kawasaki power plant.
Well, there was a couple others that didn't include. There was the bloody those vans. What's the little van?
Suzuki Carry.
The Suzuki Carry. Yeah, there was some Suzuki Carries in there. There was a Kia bloody K truck. All of those may struggle to. I don't think they actually go over 85 kilometres an hour. So that wouldn't be much good on the
Well,
M1.
there was an Impala for like.
It'd be a long
5
bloody trip all the
there was
way
an-
out to Willowbank.
There was an Impala for $5,000.
Yes, there was.
You go the Subaru Vortex, the Holden Piazza.
The Holden Piazza. Yeah, not sure about
I
that.
thought that was a death machine. I thought that's what they were called, right? Isn't that it?
I think it was. Did we talk
I
about that?
think we did a story on it.
Yeah, I think we did. Actually, it was one of the Holden stories.
Scott says, "No, Dave, my mate got a 308 Light Ace for less than that. It's now twin turbocharged."
There you go. Yeah, no, the Mercedes didn't last. That LS Mercedes, that was gone very quick. And then, there was that one as well. The HJ Ute in orange, 308.
Yeah.
Right? That would be like complete the set.
Mm.
Right? Not quite, because I don't have a pedal van or a wagon. So it's not really complete the set. It'll be another one addition to the set. Robin Reliant says,
Yahtzee says, "I don't know, Dave. I think you're an MR2 man."
definitely wouldn't fit in that.
Maybe.
But if you
Snap oversteer for you.
if you want to have a laugh, you can put some suggestions in Discord in the channel for was it Dave's car channel, something like that. Is that what it's called?
Dave's car. Cars for Dave.
Cars for Dave is the channel on Discord. So yeah, have some fun with that. All right, we've got a couple more stories before we jump into the quiz. So we'll move into the next story, and that was the one you tried to do before, and that was the huge Holden gathering.
Yep.
At Bathurst.
Mount Panorama.
What do you call it? Panorama?
Panorama.
Panorama?
Mount Panorama. Welcome to Mount Panorama, Dave.
Holden's Motorsport Heritage will be celebrated at Bathurst in November with the addition of a one-off Holden-only category.
Tell you won't be there. Dazza.
Ford. No.
Dazza.
Dazza. Won't be there. No AUs.
You'll be on the gate. Boo! It's the AUs.
So, it is only one of the categories. There will be other racing there, but they will have a Holden-only category in November. So up to 100 racing Holdens hit the mountain for a series of sessions within the Bathurst International Race Meeting, which pay tribute to all eras of the company's motorsport history, from competition variants to the first ever Holden model, a 48215, through to the modern touring cars. So they say eligibility extends to Holdens from almost every circuit racing category that the marquee has ever run, including Group N improved production club cars, as well as mothballed series like V8 Utes, Commodore Cup, and future tourer categories. The event, according to the Australian Racing Group, will offer participants a unique and affordable opportunity to race their racing Holden or Australia's most iconic racing circuit with 60 minutes of track time on offer. So I think they'll also have the TCR and the Touring Car Masters. We talked about this, Mick, right?
They'll have the S5000s, which I'm super excited for. Look at how awesome they're going to be going around Bathurst.
True.
They're going to put down some quick times, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And also, something that's bolstering it a little bit is something very exciting. The appearance of Le Mans prototypes on the mountain is also a big coup for organisers. They are going to be bringing some LMP3 cars, which are known as closed prototypes, and they use a control naturally aspirated Nissan V8 that produces around 313 kilowatts, which is not too shabby for a 900 kilogram car.
Okay.
And that's what they look like.
We'll try to show you that because I didn't do that.
Just showing you.
Yeah, they look good. I hope you like how they look. So yeah, look, we'll keep our eyes peeled for that in November. We've got comments there. They're probably more about more cars for Dave.
G'day, Turbo Tim. How we going?
G'day, mate. Good to see you. Fair dinkum, says Ratfink. Fair dinkum. Bloody oath. Bloody oath, mate. Bloody oath. I'll have a shrimp on the barbie down
Mark
here,
says,
mate.
watch them fall apart off the dipper. They'll probably be raised, I'd say.
Yeah.
A lot of these cars are probably going to have to raise up a little bit because, as far as I'm aware, I think a lot of those cars will probably bottom out coming down the dipper.
Yeah, there's a bit of an issue there, isn't there? Johnny says the Warwick TAFE used to race a Mighty Boy with a rear mount Rover V8 trans axle in the sprints years ago. That was very quick. Roy says, get the HJ. Yes, buy it. Need a panel van and a wagon, says Sally. Definitely. Panel van was my first car on the road. Would love one again. Right, next story.
There you go. Yahtzee's linked a car for you here. If you get on Discord, you can see this car.
Thought the other one was a clown car.
Jump on Discord.
Is that actually for sale? Or
Jump on Discord. It's free. It's free to join. It's a chat room for chatting after the show and before the show and all throughout the week. And that's how you get on the quiz show at the end of the show if you want to have a go. Jump in the giveaways channel and hit the little party hat. So he says seats 46, plenty of space. It's a little clown car. So you'll have to get on Discord to see that one to see what we're talking about.
Oh, that's funny.
And remember, it is free.
Free for Discord, not for that
money.
car. Just Discord.
Yeah.
Next story.
Well, even travel restrictions are unable to beat the mobile phone detection cameras as mobile phone users fines skyrocket 1,500%.
Yeah, now
even with reduced traffic.
We've got reduced traffic. There's less people on the roads through all this. There's been, people not working. All these different things with restrictions that have locked down restrictions across different states, etc.
Mm-hmm.
This is based in talking about the New South Wales
Sydney motorists.
Mobile phone cameras.
So Sydney motorists have already given up $7 million in fines issued in the first 2 months of operation of the mobile phone detection cameras, and that's during COVID-19 imposed travel restrictions.
So what's it going to be like?
This is
11,000. People start hitting the road again. 1,500% increase.
This is 11,790 camera detected fines. And in April, a further 9,000 drivers report, bringing the 2-month total to just under 21,000 drivers fined from just two mobile phone camera locations.
21,000 drivers fined from
when they roll out,
So 10,000 fines per camera in 2 months. So a camera averages 5,000 fines a month. One camera averages 5,000 fines a month. That's what they're saying. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 cameras average 21,000 in 2 months.
You get 10, you skyrocket it up.
Wow.
We'll be paying off debt in no time. We'll be
$1,000 fine for being on your mobile phone. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yahtzee says, on my way, babe, just checking the maps to see if I'm 50 kilometres.
If it increased 1,500% in that time, what is it going to increase across the next month as restrictions start to lift? Right? That's the question. In New South Wales, it's not as expensive as Queensland. Queensland's $1,000 fine now. Mm-hmm. New South Wales is $344, so a little bit cheaper, but $457 if it's in a school zone.
And check out this one. This photo. Did you see that one? It's the one you're on now. She's just no hands on the wheel even.
Oh, I've seen the one with the person with 2 phones.
Well, the one that's
they're probably playing Pokemon.
I remember the one we showed a while back, which was the bloke on his phone while his passenger was steering.
Yeah, it's like just let your passenger use the phone, mate.
So,
I was talking to someone today, and they were telling me that their partner got fined because of something, couldn't unlock the phone or something, and the passenger held the phone and they swiped it as the police went past, and they said,
"Yep, you can get done. You can get done for even just having your hand on your phone in the centre console.
But if
you can't touch it.
If it's in an approved mount on your dash, it's okay in Queensland. But touch it and answer it in Queensland. I don't know about other states. Comments?
And Mark says, so if it was in Queensland, they would make almost $20 million in 2 months.
Wow.
Zig says, more fool them. Got to get the money back somehow. Yahtzee says, one cop with a bad attitude averages about 1,000 fines a night. Johnny Skid Pig says, some people shouldn't drive. Jay-Z Life says, wow, that's some revenue.
It is. That's a hell of a lot of revenue.
Fex Death says, I'm glad I have a Bluetooth connection in my car. No need to worry. I just don't understand why people need to go on their phones.
Yeah.
Like, why do you need to send a text or check Facebook or something?
Yeah, Bluetooth call is the way to go. So we've got over 40 people watching at the moment. Just dropped from 47 down to 43, 42. We must be boring them. But hit that like button. About 25 likes. So go hit that like button or hit the dislike, whatever you want to do. Don't like it, hit the dislike twice even.
Yeah.
If it's really bad. Hit the dislike twice, then the like.
Yeah.
Or hit the like, then dislike, then back. I don't know.
Hit dislike twice, then hit like, and then close the tab.
Yeah. So anyway, go and hit that thumbs up. My comments have just stopped completely. I've lost comments. Because I'm like way behind on comments, hey? Yeah, they're not.
Yes.
I don't know what's happened. We'll try and restart those before we go to the next story.
Yahtzee says, be a bit embarrassing if the photo on the phone is me getting a reach around.
You don't get a reach around. Are you joking?
The next story, Dave. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
Where's the slides?
I was fixing my comments. We don't have many stories left, do we? We must be getting close.
Zig says, what did people do before mobile phones?
Well, yeah,
We've become so
you go back
reliant on it now.
You go back to the 80s, and you know right back in the 80s. Well, I guess there was some sort of mobile phones in the 80s, but they were probably not in Australia. And
Big suitcase in the
just about the bag phones. They were early 90s, the bag phone. But you go back to that, and you said to someone, "Oh, look, you know, you need a mobile phone to do this, this, and this." You go, "What do I need a mobile phone for? I've got a perfectly good landline at home." We didn't call them landlines; it was a phone. It was just a phone at home. Well, I used to, remember walking down to the phone box. That's what we did.
The NIS says hit dislike twice with a laughing face. Roy says someone hit the dislike. Oh, no.
Oh, well, that's okay. They're allowed.
Jason Bales
I would rather you hit a dislike than not hit any of them.
Jason Bales says stay
It's
off
an
your
interaction.
phone. Queensland drivers deserve the fine. They certainly do. You should not be on your phone, as distracted drivers are dangerous drivers. Yahtzee says, you guys checking each other's screens synced up real well. Yahtzee says, I'm reaching around for my fries. I dropped in the Paso seat.
The Hoff's back. He's been watching.
Fex there says new Corolla looks good. Hoff's been watching Ready Player One, and says now where is the wheel?
There's no wheel tonight. There's no wheel because you disappeared. It's not the end of the month.
It's the end of the month thing. The wheel.
The wheel's the end of the month thing. Yeah, because otherwise we're just being needy. But Hoff, we were talking about you earlier. I realised you weren't here because there was no response. But there was talk of nominating you for one of those, crazy Facebook skull beyond blue challenges that we've been nominated for. You're next, sucker. Wait for it. So anyway, someone mentioned the Corolla because they're checking out the picture, going, "That's a nice looking Corolla." Who was that?
Fex Death.
Fex.
This is the Corolla GR.
Hot hatch. Hot hatch is a bit of a market.
Set out to pump out more power than the Volkswagen Golf GTI.
Now, will it hit the States? Is the question. I believe.
Will it hit the States? Is that the question? It's not will it hit Australia?
Well, it's going to hit Australia. So this one's going to hit Australia.
This is the opposite.
It's the opposite. This is like topsy-turvy world. This one is coming to Australia because Japan is a right-hand drive market.
Yeah, or maybe Toyota's. Maybe we shouldn't produce left-hand drive cars anymore.
Well, they're thinking about it, whether they'll put it into America or not. So they're sort of hinting towards it. On the Toyota USA website, under the upcoming vehicles tab, is a secret vehicle called the GR Hot Hatch. It links through to a web page that confirms that the Toyota Corolla GR is happening and soon. So maybe it is. But they're not going to get the GR Yaris.
True.
Which we are going to get, right?
I think so.
I believe we're going to get.
We're getting it, but we're not getting the performance, the extra pack you can put on top of it.
Right. So we'll get a GR Yaris. America won't get a GR Yaris. They may get the GR Corolla. That's the talk. Now, I had a funny feeling that I put a story in that might actually tell you some numbers on this thing. Did I actually do that?
No, but it does pump out.
It's got the GR Yaris motor, right? Same motor. This.
There's, Gary Sparkplug donated $20 for the great work. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, Brad.
Yes.
Yes, Brad, John.
Okay, drink to that. Let's go on. Jason Bale says, random thought, what if it was the coronavirus?
The coronavirus. That'd make a good shirt. I should make that. They're saying that the time of the Corolla hot hatch won't match the Yaris. The GR Yaris does under 6 seconds to 0 to 100, under 6 seconds. But they're saying that it won't quite match that. But it does have the same motor, I believe. Mm-hmm. But it must be to do with the different drive system.
The weight.
Yeah. Now, it's possible the Toyota GR could push its power output over 200 kilowatts, is what the story says. But they're saying it won't be cheap. The Toyota Yaris is yet to be confirmed for the Aussie pricing, but in the UK, it works out to around $60,000.
Yeah, wow.
Would you fork out 60 grand for a Yaris?
Probably not.
It sounded interesting until they actually put some pricing to it, didn't they?
Gary's off, or Brad's off. Good night, fellas. Early start tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and
Thank you.
Legend.
So there you go. Let's jump to another story. We've got, 3 stories? And then we're doing the quiz.
Do some quick stories. What do you reckon? Do the quiz.
There you go. Hydrogen. Hydrogen is all about the investment that's currently going into hydrogen and energise the fuel cell car future. Mm-hmm. Australia is set to become a global heavyweight in the universe's lightest element, thanks to government investment. So big investment going into it. So Australia could be the leader in hydrogen.
Yep. Could leapfrog Europe, Japan, and South Korea.
Yeah.
As the world's clean hydrogen authority and a fuel cell transport leader by 2030.
Look, it's an interesting scenario. We haven't really seen much in the way of hydrogen vehicles. Definitely seen the way of electric vehicles hitting the market, but not much in the way of hydrogen. And it might be more interesting because it is a combustible fuel. Mm-hmm. So I would prefer to see a combustible fuel than an electric power source. Personally. Yeah.
Oh, not even that. They're not even that.
There's no noise.
Is it like your microwave?
It's like EcoBoost.
Is it like your microwave?
It's quite an
and then when you pull up,
it's quite
you got to try and stop and turn the car off quickly to beat the timer on the microwave and stop the noise.
Play a little tune for you. So what do you reckon? Would you like to see hydrogen come to the market over electric vehicles? I guess that's the question. Fuel cell or battery power? What's the best for Australian vehicles?
Chris Young says if they don't need batteries made from rare earth metals, then would be good. Roy says hydrogen costs more energy to produce than oil. James Baylor says true, but it burns cleaner as the runoff is water vapor.
And that's what they're worried about is the...
And Roy says hydrogen is also hard to store. It leaks through steel.
Wow. Leaks through steel.
Yeah.
Really?
It's pretty expensive to store as far as I'm aware. That's usually the common thing is the stations where you can refill your hydrogen car actually explode in flames. Because some hydrogen escapes.
That's a problem. All right. Well, then if you've got to get an electric motor, maybe you want this one. Huh? Electric V8 crate engine. Well,
it's camouflaged.
It's a camouflaged electric V8 crate engine.
Yahtzee says might still stick with my E85 so I can stink everyone out in the drive-through. The smell of the E85 is great.
I love it. So how do you camouflage an electric V8? You put it inside a small block Chev. That's how you do it. So Canadian hot rodder Chris Webb has made something of a career out of taking ubiquitous small block Chev and disguising it as something it's not. And obviously, this is definitely something it's not. So, I've got another picture here. Hang on. Give you an idea of what's going on inside there. That's it there. You're flicking through the entire story, but there you go. An electric motor inside a V8.
Well, the block and heads are hollow, which conceals dual electric motors in the bowels of the engine. The computer sits on top in a water-cooled heatsink, and the latter is aided by a fan positioned on the inlet manifold in place of a carburetor.
There you go.
To keep things looking ridgy-dig, you can bolt on whatever dress-up gear you like to preserve the illusion, including headers, plug leads, rocker covers, alternator, and more. And you could move the cooling fan inside the block if you want to go to the extent of sitting a real carby on top, says Chris.
All right. If you've got to have an electric motor, do you want one that looks up like that? Or do you just avoid them like the plague? Who knows? So, but that is our electric story of the week, because we're going to, have our electric stories each
He
week.
says
EV story.
he's using a 96-volt dual motor known as the AC35X2 from a company called HB EVs. It has 258 foot-pound of torque at 0 RPM and 126 horsepower. And he says, before you scoff, Chris says there is plenty of room for improvement, and he has enough room in the casing to put 1,000 horsepower in there if someone so desired.
Well, I'd rather that than 126 horsepower, that's for sure. There you go. Looks like most of the comments are still talking about
Fuels.
Jason Bale says he loves the fake-looking V8. It'll turn heads.
Pull up at a car show and pop the bonnet in Kent. Hey, that's not a V8. It's not a V8. Doesn't sound like it.
It doesn't sound like it. No, pretty good.
And you can. What are you talking about, mate?
So
V8. You
sound like a Canadian.
What's going for? It's where he's from.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay. Not French like the other guy.
Got to open all the stories to get his name back.
If we're going to talk electric stories, we've got to have what else comes with electric stories? We have an electric story of the week. We'll finish with the Hyundai story before we go to the quiz. So, I'm going to change the slides to match that.
Which minute?
There you go. Hyundai. There it is. That's our Hyundai story. There's a logo on the screen. No, there is a story. Hyundai recalls 97,000 cars due to a fire risk.
There you go.
So,
Hyundai Australia is recalling almost 100,000 vehicles built between 2005 and 2011 for an electrical fault that can cause the car to catch fire even when it is parked with the ignition off.
Yeah, it could just be sitting in a shed and just burst into flames.
Yeah, they warned not to park your car in a garage. The fault affects previous generation models of the i30 small hatchback, 68,765 of them built between 2006 and 2010. Elantras, 18,734 of them manufactured between 2005 and 2011, and the Santa Fe large SUV, 9,393 of them which were built between 2005 and 2009. Current generation models are not affected. In the affected vehicles, it's an ABS control module manufacturing error that can cause a short circuit following exposure to moisture, leading to a fire in extreme circumstances.
There's a few comments. So I've probably missed a few, but I can see Roy says it needs subwoofers to make it sound good, talking about the electric engine.
Well, there was that one that you can plug into your exhaust, right, and sound maker for your Tesla. Yahtzee says a couple more vodkas and maybe we can hear Tyler's accent collection.
What other accents you got worked up there, mate? What you got?
No more.
No, is that it?
That's it.
Nothing else?
No, definitely not. Just don't ask Paige. She'll tell you too many. I annoyed her on the way over here, actually, funnily enough.
And Mel says she's sorry. It's going to be hard to get her off her petrol guzzling V8. I know she loves her Corvette. So, Now they're just like a Ferrari, says James, talking about bursting into flames, the Hyundais, I imagine. And only a matter of time before a reliable brand becomes unreliable, says Vic. Very true. And Yahtzee says current gen models aren't affected yet.
Cage says I hear it all too often. I think I followed her around the shops one day doing an accent.
Which one was it?
I think it was US.
US. Because
like
Rat wants to hear your American accent.
Owen Wilson. Wow, from upstate and just hanging out here in the shops. And
that doesn't sound like Owen Wilson at all.
That was like my inspiration for it, right? It was just based off of the wow that he says all the time, you know. In every movie, it's wow. It's always wow.
Do you approve, Rat? Is his American accent poor or what? That's funny. We do have a quiz.
Take a trip to Jersey, get some coffee, and get coffee here.
No coffee. I got nothing. I got nothing. Nothing. Let's move to the quiz. Who have we got tonight?
What was it? You got
Pepsi, no fries.
Adam, comedian.
Sandler?
No, not Adam Sandler.
Adam
Hills. Is it Adam
Hills?
Yeah, he does the.
He talks
about the Aussie accent and how it's got that annoying to it, you know. That's how Daz's accent comes. That's the inspiration. You got G'day you, Dave. Come on, mate.
Now we're just making fun of ourselves. That's pretty bad. All right, we do have a quiz. Who gave this guy a drink? He's only had one. We do have a quiz. We got anyone in our channel?
We have both in the channel. Both in the channel. Waiting for you to put the headphones on. Vex Death says do Owen Wilson and Keanu Reeves. Wow. I can't do Keanu Reeves though.
Yeah, what was
Marv says, how many drinks have you had, Tyler?
He doesn't eat many.
Yes. See, this is what happens. It doesn't take much anymore. You don't drink often. Yeah, Zig. Hey, Garn. Hey, Garn.
Who's that from?
Zig. Alright, let's move him in.
You gave Brad a laugh.
Let's move him in. G'day, Zane and Paige. How we going?
Good, thanks.
You're
Sorry,
very
fellas,
quiet.
watching the live stream.
Well, that's a good thing to be watching. Trevor says, give Tyler more drinks. Very funny. We can hear I can hear Maya in the background there, Paige.
Yeah, where's timing?
Do you have your mic plugged in? Are you sitting like 6 feet away from it?
No, it's like right in my mouth.
I can't even hear. It's so
I can hear fine.
It's so quiet. I got to hold the headset to my head.
It must be your headphones, mate, because I can hear fine.
That drink's affecting your ears.
There's Zane there.
Yeah.
All right, I got Zane perfect. Zane's loud. Start now.
You've just muted me on purpose.
Now I can hear. Now you're louder.
I can hear fine. Must be the plug. Fixed it up. So I've got a call not to start yet. Not
Have
sure
another
why.
drink. Have another drink. See if it balances it out.
No. I can see Sally's yelling at "Don't start yet" because she's getting a drink and she wants to watch. Obviously.
Watch the show, Tyler. What's going on?
All right. So we do have the quiz. I've changed the pictures up. We've put some big pictures up for you this week. Artsy and Paige. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's.
Sorry, I'm loading up the game show.
Oh, you're loading up the buzzer.
Mm-hmm. Should I load up the meme soundboard instead this week?
No.
No, you don't reckon? You don't reckon? No.
No, the guys are waiting on you now.
And I can
No, I can't hear it.
You can have a bit of duck. Where you got some Trump.
I need to have a look here. All right, let's just get on with the quiz, Tyler.
Pretty good one.
I downloaded that. Oh shit! Clicked on the prize wheel. Better not click on the wheel. I'll excite too many people.
Oh, don't say wheel.
Yeah, Hoff will be all over it. All right, time to test some buzz. You got your questions, Tyler?
I do.
You do?
I
You
do
didn't
indeed.
even let me peek.
No, I did most of them here. For that reason.
There you go.
All right. We'll test your buzzers first. We'll go Zane first.
Zone.
That's correct. Have you got your scorecard?
Thank you.
You're up me about.
I'm
You're
ready.
up me about not being ready, and you haven't even got a pen. You haven't got a scorecard.
I am ready.
And Paige, your buzzer.
Paige.
That's correct.
It's not a pen.
What'd you find? A torch.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Question number 1. The R32, R33, and R34 Nissan Skyline GTRs all featured the legendary RB26 DETT engine under their hoods. What was the cylinder layout of this engine? Was it A, a V6, B, an inline
Zane.
6? Zane.
It's a straight 6.
It was. Question number 2. Most Mitsubishi FTOs from the 1990s came with a tiny V6 engine. What size was that engine? Was it A, a 2 litre, B, a 1.8 litre, or C, a 1.5 litre?
Zone.
Zane?
1.5.
Incorrect. Paige?
Can you say it again?
Most Mitsubishi FTOs from the 1990s came with a tiny V6 engine. What size was that engine? Was it A, a 2 litre, or B, a 1.8 litre?
1.8.
Incorrect. Points go begging. It was a 2 litre.
Oh,
I don't think they could fit it in.
Yates is still in the lead with 1-0.
All right. Question number 3. Mazda was born in 1920 in Hiroshima, Japan, as a company that sold what product? A, paper, B, power tools, or C, cork?
Paige.
Paige?
B.
No, it was not power tools. Zane?
Cork. Sounds pretty weird.
That is correct. It was cork. They started out selling cork, and then they later sold machine tools.
It's all right, Paige. Tyler tested that question on me earlier, and I said power tools as well.
When in doubt, vote the weird one.
Question number 4. What's strange about the trunk lids of a rear-engine Skoda? Is it A, they don't have one, B, they open sideways, or C, it's a sliding door?
Paige.
Paige?
A.
A? No, they do indeed have a boot.
I'm going to say they're a sliding door.
No, that's also incorrect. It could be correct. I didn't actually fact check this, but they open sideways.
Open sideways. There you
Yeah.
go. Question 2-0. Zane is in the lead. 2-0.
And we're on question number 5.
Right.
We're going good.
Question number 5. Which movie featured the 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor called Ecto 1? Was it A, Gremlins, B, The Ghostbusters, or C, National Lampoon's Vacation?
Zane.
Zane?
Lampoon's Vacay.
No, it wasn't. Paige?
A.
No, it wasn't The Gremlins. It was The Ghostbusters.
Ah,
Oh, I thought it was a hurt.
I saw a Ghostbusters wagon on the weekend down at Paradise Point.
There's a new car for you.
But it was a VN. I'm sure it was a VN station wagon done up as the Ghostbusters wagon. There you go. So no points to that question, but still 2-0.
Question number 6. In the world of racing, what does the abbreviation NASCAR stand for? Is it A, not always for stock car auto racing, B, normal automotive standard for car auto racing, or C, National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing?
Zane.
Zane?
C.
That is correct. It was C. None of my other answers threw you off.
I was thinking not always some corners are right.
That's what I was trying to think of. I couldn't think of it. I should have asked you. Question number 7. How long has Mick owned the HQ for?
Paige.
Zane.
Paige.
6 years.
That is correct. Paige is on the board.
3-1. 2 more, Paige. You can bring it back here.
Question number 8. What was the colour code on Mick's HQ?
Zane.
Paige.
Zane.
YM253.
That is correct.
Well, Paige knew it. Just slow on the buzzer then.
Question number 9. What was the difference in the front of Mick's HQ?
Good question.
I'll give you a tip. Front interior.
Oh,
Page.
Page.
Was it the bucket seats, not the standard? Like the difference in the seats?
It is a difference in the seats.
yeah,
Is there a
he,
difference in the seats?
yeah, it's
I would give that.
Not the bench.
yeah, no, he made them into bench seats, but he styled them like they're buckets.
Yeah. Zane's got it on the right track there.
But Paige, I
we'll
think,
go-
knew
we'll
what
go-
she was saying. I would give it to Paige.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And
You got other questions?
no. I've actually got 2 bonus questions in case they didn't get the first one.
So, but is that the?
I've got question number 10.
I got question 10. Right.
Yeah. Question number 10. What engine was Mick's HQ running?
Zane,
Zane.
like, do you want previously or as it is now?
As it is now.
It's a 383. Small block.
That is correct. And bonus.
5 points. Zane, that's the 10 questions. So Zane has taken it out. He has carried over again. 5-2. Tyler wants to ask his bonus questions, obviously.
Yep. Bonus. What's Dave a sucker for?
What?
Page.
Page.
H series.
Yes.
I didn't get that one.
And bonus. Was Mick's build a rotisserie build?
No. Page. No.
Quick on the last 2 bonus questions, Paige. Quick on those ones.
Damn.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. He's taken it out another week in a row. How many is
5 now.
it is, mate. We'll go with that.
Yeah, something like that.
There's lots of answers in the quiz. It looks like everyone knew the Ghostbusters. It was Ecto 1, says Johnny. What's the giveaway? There you go. Well done, Zane, from Mal. Well done from a Sally. And good job, Paige, from Sally. Getting there, Paige. Sally needs to